YVA Trades.
Good morning. Welcome to YVA Trades. I am invisible this morning. That's why you can't see me. That's right. I'm a magician, and I'm going to make magic happen today in the stock market. I'm going to make everything's going to go up. I'm going to make everybody's dreams come true. Don't you worry. I'm just kidding. Here I am on phase 5. I had a green day yesterday, and I traded 3 times yesterday, 3 live streams. I tried to push myself to trade all the way into the end of the day. I didn't like it, so I'm not doing that again today. But so I'm back to normal today, just trading in the morning here. So let's go take a look at the stock market. We only have less than 10 minutes to go. There's a unicorn. I have the wrong live stream loaded, so hopefully my platform works. I've been a little distracted this morning. I've been trading pre-market, which is something I don't normally do, but we have MINM up 867% this morning. Wow. It's up on news. It's making some really nice moves. I bought it down here. Kaylee Anchoring. Good morning. Hope everything goes good for you today. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm up $274 already trading MINM this morning. We had this 5-minute pullback here, and I bought down here off of this support. That's right here. So we broke through it a little bit. I was adding, and there was a 1-minute equilibrium pattern set up here. So got in it at the support, added on the breakout, and sold up into this push. Very, very small share size. Didn't want to risk much. And then I watched as this equilibrium here after the big move, and I bought it on this little pullback right here with my stop below this support. And then, of course, it made a nice big blast through the highs, sold it there for some more profit. Pretty good moves. So we'll see what we're looking for when the market opens on this one. Right now, it's 5-minute consolidation. And we have a number of support levels that we could play off of, including the EMA, which is where we bounced from last time. So next up on the gap scan is AGRI, $1.88 stock. Lots of volume traded. Float's pretty good. It's not bad, so I'll keep an eye on it. It doesn't have news, so I don't think it has a catalyst here, but it's got some upper wicks on the larger time frame, so I'm not sure, because we had breakouts with no follow through. So I might keep an eye on it. AMPE, next one down, is weak right now. It's below the volume weighted average price. And yeah, I'm not sure about that one. This one here gave back pretty much most of its move from the morning already, so that's a no for me. SMFL, $2 stock, also gave back most of its move, so I'm going to pass on that one. LQR, probably not going to trade this one. Big gap up 22% there. But trading below the volume weighted average price, it's also kind of given back its move. On the hourly time frame, there is a big long upper wick right now. Good morning, Andrew. CAUD. No news on that one either. The market itself made a little bit of a move this morning. We're looking for a lower high on the hourly time frame on SPY. So I don't know, we're kind of in a sideways range on SPY right now as the bulls and bears fight it out and decide what they're going to do. Less than 5 minutes to go, so I'll hurry along here. STRO is it's sideways consolidation. It doesn't have news either. The volume's pretty light. So as I get further down the list here, I'm just not sure on any of these really. MRSN is up at the highs, but light on volume. So CUEN on the high of day scan, that's a no. I think that was on the Okay, so East, no. AGRI is, we already looked at that. I'm going to watch AGRI just because it's the second leading gapper. VVOS short. Be careful on VVOS. What a move yesterday it made. Holy cow. It has consolidated, so I would not be surprised to see a little bounce. If you are going to short it, maybe wait for the bounce. But it may not bounce. Maybe it just keeps dropping lower. Let's get back over here. I do have VVOS typed in. Let's look at that hourly time frame on VVOS. I can't believe the move. I actually got in this right down here just before this breakout yesterday, and I sold it really quick. And man, it went from $17 all the way up to $50. I was shocked. So a big mover there. It can really squeeze out a lot of shorts. So right now we're just consolidating. So we have multiple hours of consolidation. Like I said, I would not be surprised to see this one want to bounce first thing. Sometimes you will see that, but you know, nobody knows. So the hourly time frames, this one we have 3 bars up on MINM, EGRI, inside bar. So 15-minute time frame with the long upper wicks, something to be cautious of on that one. 15-minute time frame, pulling back there, little inside bar. Let's go to the smaller time frame. I want to make sure I get these levels marked out. You missed that move. You know, I closed my third live stream just as that move was getting underway. But you know what I found was VVOS was really hard to trade. I was having a difficult time with my orders, which is why I was really quick to get out. Okay, so we have just about a minute and a half left here. So if I'm going to be a buyer on MINM first thing, which I don't know if I am, 5-minute consolidation. We had the break here, pulling back now. We have resistance, so support at 785. We have some levels down here to watch in the EMAs, so I'll keep an eye on those. $8 psychological. Resistance up here. Never saw the break. Oh yeah, $20. Yeah, not till like, what was it, like later in the day, like power hour, when it finally broke 20. Yeah, that was right around 11 o'clock when it finally broke out of 20. It might. There could be some bag holders too, so people who are still holding it are looking to sell if it gets back up towards the highs. But yeah, you know, 25, it's a good psychological level. So here we go, the market's open. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this off of that support. I was a little late getting in that. Put in a limit order to sell. I got half of it sold, and I think I'll exit the rest. So I'm up $349 on it now. Just a quick pop off of the support for me. And now I'm gonna wait. Let me see over here, VVOS, getting some volume coming into it. Trading below the volume weighted average price. Nice little breakout there. Coming up to resistance now. $28 on VVOS. And on AGRI, as we see MINM breaking out here, and it's possible we go into a halt on it. Really whipping around. AGRI, I was looking for the equilibrium on it. It does favor the bears. I'm just kind of sitting back and holding tight here. If I put in a limit order there at around 9, I'm going to cancel that limit order. And now VVOS had that little bounce, and now it's starting to pull back. Still holding support on the hourly time frame. Starting to break through. Our next level would be down, way down here. AGRI getting back above the volume weighted average price. I'm looking for the break through the high of day. Oops, I did not have my stop loss set up on that, and that's why I only made 7 cents. That's too bad. Dang it, that would have been a good trade. I'll buy the pullback on it. I'm watching that 5-minute time frame for continuation of that breakout. As the volume is coming in on it. Just taking profit on it real quick because I was in kind of high. We have inside bars on MINM. I actually wasn't happy with my entry, so I got back out of it. Widened my stop out. Wasn't happy with where my stop loss was. Okay, so as it pulls back, I'd like to maybe be a buyer if it comes back down to support. VVOS, nice recovery. So there's where I'll buy MINM on that little pullback. I'm going to try to get out half of this if it'll pop back up for a second. Okay, so there I'm out half. I'm going to put my stop right at the low. I'm going to look for that move back up to the high. Actually, I'll move my stop loss up to the low of that candle. And just like that, I'm out. I'm sitting at my daily goal, and I'm thinking about maybe that is probably it for me, because that's all I wanted today was $400. And so that's what I'm sitting at. $400.05. So when I start these new phases, and every time I do this, you know what I'll do is at the beginning of each phase, I'll just shoot for my daily goal. I don't try to make more. I want to get my daily goal and get out and get myself a little cushion on that phase, because the last thing I want to do is take too many losses and drop back down into phase 4. So that's pretty much it for me. I think VVOS might end up getting halted if it keeps up this kind of price action. So the bounce is underway. We're holding the EMA here. So the place to take a trade for me would be off of the EMA. If you're looking for a place to get in VVOS, I would personally feel more comfortable jumping in on a pullback down to the EMA, volume weighted average price, with your stop close by. And just keep doing that until it doesn't work anymore. It's worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times already. And this could be the time that it doesn't work. I know it's really scary sometimes when you see these red bars coming down. It's like, man, I don't want to buy that. It can be scary, but all these bars were red at once, at one time. And so now we have a big red bar down on some higher volume. That's something to take note of. I don't know that I would want to be a buyer here based on that high amount of volume. I like this pattern I'm seeing on MINM. We're just tightening up. You kind of see the tightening range here, so we're looking for a break eventually, one way or the other. Also watching for a pattern on this one to tighten up. See if we get a pullback. Do we break that support, come down lower? Do we hold it, try to make the move back up? Inside bars, that's what we're watching. So declining volume on that Doge candle. So not a lot of volume traded on this smaller candle. Little indecision there. Basically what we have here is a possible head and shoulders. Some people call this a tweezers. You see a big green candle up, a big red candle down, and then you'll see a little bounce and then follow through to the downside. Is generally how those play out, not all the time. So we held support over here on AGRI. AGRI. So now if you're a bull, you're looking for the break of this equilibrium to the upside. So if bears are looking to get in this, they're going to short it here with their stops above the high. Again, I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable shorting it, not with the kind of breakouts we saw yesterday. But I'm not a bear either, so. Just keeping in mind that VVOS is overall on the hourly bullish. So it looks like we have some profit taking here, maybe some shorts getting in, looking for that failure and for that tweezers to play out. Looking for the break here through this resistance on AGRI. Little fake out there on MINM as it's tried to break out of its consolidation pattern, now dropping down to new lows for the day. AGRI giving it a shot here. There it is. So we have ourselves a nice little bull break out of this equilibrium pattern. And generally speaking, when I play equilibriums, I don't like to get in on the breakup here. I feel like it's just too risky. A lot of times it'll just, I'll end up taking losses when I do that because of my style of trading. I like to try to get in down low as it's forming and then take profit on the way up. I mean, I could, you know, by the time it gets up here, I could add then at that point if I wanted. Usually I'm taking profit. So that's a nice move after that bull break. So we had that was our 15-minute higher low and higher high confirmed. Not higher high, just higher low. So that was a nice defense there by the bulls to hold that support. And now the bulls are completely on offense here as we make a move up towards 246, the high of day, high of pre-market. And VVOS is still holding that EMA. So had you bought down here when I was talking about that, you certainly could have made some money on that little bounce up. As scary as that candle was, it was profitable. So what do we have here? We have ourselves, basically it's a 5-minute uptrend on AGRI. So where did we pull back to? 692. So why did we pull back to there? What was the reason for that? I always want to know why. Every time I see something that pulled back to a certain level and then bounced, I just always ask myself, why did it do that? I want to know what were people looking at. Okay, first thing comes to mind is $7 psychological. The low of that candle was 693, so we broke through 7. Bulls bought the dip. It's an obvious level. There's not much here on the 1 minute to look at. We did see some plays around that, tried to get over it, got over it, back tested it. But that was that $7 area. Keeping in mind this is now basically a 5-minute downtrend on MINM. And look at AGRI coming up to the highs now. Testing the high of pre-market, breaking through it. And there's the profit taking. So anybody that got in down here, one of the big reasons I don't like to buy on major resistance breakouts like pre-market highs is because people are taking profit, and look at VVOS with an equilibrium bull break attempt here. But profit taking. So you have people taking profit that got in down here. So that's why you have this move down. Now, if people are shorting also, then you'll see it continue down even lower. VVOS is trying to be strong here, but we'll see. Are people shorting that level? Look at AGR there. So you had some momentary profit taking consolidation. It gave a chance for bulls to get back in it, and then the break over that is very bullish. So you can see here, VVOS is holding the lows, but we had this, another equilibrium, and then the attempt at a break here, but so far failing. This could go either way here. There it is. There's the break. see if this thing squeezes up, then that'll be a short squeeze. Then I'll know that people were getting in this to short it and putting their stops up here. But I'm not seeing the short squeeze yet. And once again, had you bought off the EMA, how many times did we back test that EMA? Besides this one that broke down below it. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10 clean pullbacks to that EMA where you could have entered and made profit. And that is the 12 estimated moving average. And so here we go with more follow through. And BVOS, the resistance to get over is 32.90 up here. That's that open at the pre-market. That's one of the levels to get over. This is the 15-minute time frame. It's been a 15-minute downtrend, so we want to see that change to a 15-minute uptrend. But one thing to keep in mind is anybody that got in up here and is underwater now, they might be waiting for that price to come back up to this level so they can take profit from yesterday. So there could be some selling going on up here. Let me see here. Let me start this up. There you go. Now you can see my profit. I'm up $400. I didn't have my alert system started. Well, that's weird. Anyways, I'm not lying. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's back. Oh, and I made most of that on MINM this morning. So here we go, another back test to the EMA, and we bounced right off of it. So we have found ourselves some support down here at 225-ish on a 1-minute pullback. Excuse me. I don't know what's come over me. Yeah, so interesting. I'm just wondering here because when we had this candle down on some higher volume, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't know. Kind of almost bearish to me. But then the next candle here was a Doge candle with very little volume. So that just tells me that, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of buying or selling. So it's like if the bears were really serious, you would have thought you would have seen some higher volume here as the bears were trying to push the price down lower, but we didn't see that. So 5-minute consolidation on AGRI, possible spot to buy is right here at the volume weighted average price. Interesting pattern here on MINM with some higher bull volume on this candle. We are looking for 15-minute higher lows, which would be a 2-minute trend change. The 2-minute and the 15-minute correlate to each other typically. So this could be the bottom if it's not a bear flag. And let me see here. I have not heard a single thing on my scanner, but then I guess I have my volume down, so that would make sense why. AGRI from the gap scan is one we've already been watching. WOOF is trending up. Lighter volume. Still an uptrend though on the 1 minute. It's a bounce on the hourly, much like VVOS. RDHL was on the scan earlier. All right, so here we come on VVOS, back to the EMA. Now, do we tap the support here? Remember, this level was pretty critical, so now here we are at that level. We fought it on the upside. Let's see if we can hold it on the pullback. I'd say the probabilities favor a bounce at the very least. What's the overall market doing? We haven't even looked at that yet. Let me see. How can I get this? Because I'm not using my normal. Let me see here. Yeah, that should work. Then you can get a good look at that. So SPY, hourly time frame, it's an hourly downtrend. Right here, we had a little lower high right there. And I wondered if we were going to get back up there and retest that. Pre-market, we did actually get up there above it. Let me see, what are we bouncing off of on SPY? Let's look at the daily time frame here. I have a line drawn. So basically what we need to do is hold 450, 350 to keep this daily uptrend intact. If we lose that, we lose our daily higher low. And we might start looking for weekly consolidation possibly at that point. It would be a clue that weekly consolidation could be coming if that happens today. You can see here on the 4-hour time frame with extended hours on, we came right up to that level, that line, and then we pulled back, broke the low of yesterday. Did we? We did not. Well, yeah, yes, we did. So yeah, we did break the low of yesterday. Bulls buying the dip though, for the moment. There's the 15-minute time frame and the 5-minute. Right at 645, we bounced off of that level. It's more like 647. So, well, I wish you all the best today, guys. I think I'm going to get out of here. I made my money, and I'm happy with that. Let me see. I do need to load my profit into, and I know my screen's a little chopped up there. Today I made $400.05, and that is my low. I was never red on the day, and I finished at my highs. So I have myself a big green Marabosa candle. Marabosa, I could never say that word right. So thus far, I'm up 42,546 in the account. So I've made about 546. How much have I made so far this in phase 5? $541. So that's a nice little cushion. I'll try again tomorrow to get another cushion. And then at some point, as we go along here, I get more and more of a cushion. I'll try to open it up a bit and see if we can't have a $1,000 day. That's what I'm waiting for, to have my first $1,000 day. And I've had days like that in previous phases where I made the enough percentage that if I make that kind of percentage now, I will have a $1,000 day. And I know they're coming. I'm hoping for this year. So that'll be an exciting achievement for me. So close that out. Take one more look at the charts and then I'm going to get out of here. So 15-minute consolidation here on MINM. That hourly candle is about to close with a long upper wick. So being cautious that we could start to see hourly consolidation. We are down here at that $6 level. So I'd be looking for a trend change on the 2-minute time frame for that 15-minute higher low to be set. Otherwise, let's look for a 5-minute trend change to get that hourly bounce back underway. And then on AGRI, that larger time frame, big hourly upper wicks on this one as well. Pretty good, pretty sizable pullback, giving back more than 50% of its move there on that retracement. But we are back testing this area right here that we broke out over. So plenty of little areas in there to look at. Holding that support so far, looking like the bulls want to buy the dip. So what we're looking for is a pattern here where we will get a trend change back to the bulls on this 1-minute time frame with a higher low and higher high. If we can hold this support and get a higher high, that would be a good first step. But you want to see a little more follow through to negate any kind of a bear flag that could form on the 5-minute time frame. So on the 5-minute pullback, looking for a trend change on the 1-minute to know that our 5-minute higher low has been set. VVOS pulling back now, being cautious with this one in either direction because it can flat out move. And right now we are definitely looking at, let me see, if I look at the hourly time frame, we were just looking for a bounce. I thought we might get more of a bounce than this, and we still could. Right now, though, we're seeing an upper wick on a 15-minute candle that is about to close in 10 seconds here. So with that in mind, and some high volume, so that could mark the top of this bounce, possibly. We don't know. Looking for 5-minute higher lows. Looking for a 5-minute higher low on VVOS. And we can pull back all the way to here and still have a higher low. It's a 1-minute downtrend, so look for a 1-minute trend change on VVOS to know that our 5-minute higher low has been set. That's going to do it for me. I'm up $400 on my day. I will talk to you tomorrow. I guess tomorrow's Friday. So I hope you've made money today, and I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.